At one time, only Beato and her fellow witches had gathered in the smoking room to chat. My bad for being a bit slow in reading that there. I was also looking at the title of the OST on the top left. Only the great detective knows. See, I already forgot the name, so I don't know why I bothered to do that. But okay, welcome back to some more Umineko. When they cry, that was a very weird start from me. Yeah, last time we got introduced to a... well, it wasn't technically last time, but it's when we officially got to know her, and that is Featherin. That is the pronunciation, as I've learned now. Someone in the comments confirmed that for me, that her name is actually Featherin. Not Featherine, like how I thought it was, or Featherine, which could have been another alternative. It's Featherin. So thank you for correcting me there, thank you for letting me know. Yeah, and she's taken, in the human world, she's taken that name, or a pen name called Hachijo Toya. Again, I don't know if that's actually her real name or not, her actual human name, but she's a witch, and she seems to be this ultra witch that's above the other witches we've seen so far, even, right? Even above your Lambda Deltas and your Burn Castle. She seems even above them, right? So she seems like this original, legendary witch, maybe even on a greater level than Virgilian and her, right? And them. So, yeah, and Featherin, as you know, as I used to know her in Higurashi Go and Sotsu, she was called Ewa there because Satoko gave her that name. I guess Featherin did not respect Satoko enough to give her actual name, which is, I think, is Featherin Augustus Aurora. So there you go. Yeah, she had her whole interaction with Angie. Told Angie, "Hello, you be my reader," because Battler's the game master now, and seeing things from Battler's perspective will, will just reveal the truth. So I want you to read Dawn of the Golden Witch, and I want you to be my reader. Alright? Then I can cure my boredom, and you get to keep going on with your series. So that's where last part ended off at. And yeah, they've come to this mutual agreement, terms of agreement. Amokuso was also there, but he was kind of shafted after we went to the Witch Realm. So, okay. And now we're back. This is chapter 2 right now. We're starting off with chapter 2, so let's see where we follow off. Alright. So, at one time, only Beato and her fellow witches had gathered in the smoking room to chat. So, like I mentioned at the end of the last part, I believe, I wonder if this is doll Beato, or if this is going to be cackling Beato. We'll see. Let's get it going. Let's not waste too much time. Now, however, an unusually large number of people were present. He's better. Look at her face. You might get wrinkles. That'll add on to you never getting married, Burn. You have 0 riz. 0. Can't believe Erika got married before you did. Wow. Wait, speaking of that, what was the aftermath of that? Right, what was the aftermath of the marriage? What's going on? I'm supposed to be here, right? I'm also an Endless Switch myself, so what's up? Okay, so why is she not married yet? How did you get married before he did? Again, she has 0 riz. Who cares about the beauty of her face if she's got 0 riz? 1,000 years! No marriage? Man, that's some L riz.
ベルンがこんなにも楽しそうなんてね。本当にベアとのゲーム版は素晴らしいわ。そのゲーム版の主がもはや不在なのは悲しいことです。
But it's called Dawn of the Golden Witch, so I'm sure she's gonna come back. It's gonna be her dawn.
トラは死んで川を残す。ベアと死んでゲームを残した。チェスは残ってもその作者の名は残ってないのね。
I guess not.
あ、本当だ。ゲームの作者って不憫ね。
That's kind of tragic.
それにしてもバトラさんは随分待たせるじゃないですか。
No copyright or anything?
第6のゲームの準備まだ終わらないんですか？バトルド、バトラ教の準備はいかがです？
Oh! Lord Battler, that's right. That's right. I'm coming here with my cape. With my beautiful witch cape. Alright? Call me Endless Sorcerer. That's right. Give me my clout. For your information, attention.
謹んで申し上げる。もうじきのことと知りたまえと奉るものなり。待たせるってことはそれだけ自信作なんでしょうよ。
Say it in red, Gertrude, or I won't believe you. I can't trust anything but the red.
前回我が主の前であれだけの恥をかかされたんです。是が非でも打ち破ってみせます。特にあんた二度と無様を見せないでくださいよ。奮起して臨むものなりよ。
The previous game master, Lambda Delta, had confirmed that Battler understood everything about Beato's game. However, in order to prove it, Battler would have to run this game by himself and carry it through to completion. In other words, if Erica could crush this game of Battlers, she would, in effect, wipe away the dishonor of that last game. Though Erica was chomping at the bit to get started, it was taking Battler quite some time to show himself. Then, a swarm of gold butterflies swelled out of nothing and formed a human shape. Oh, here we go. Time to make my introduction. Alright, what's up? I'm the Game Master. From the shape of that familiar dress, everyone immediately realized who it was. Wait, never mind. Alright. My time's not now yet. Beato shows up first, never mind. Alright, that's fine. My introduction, save my introduction for last, alright? I'm the most important one, alright? It's fine.
消えたのはプレイヤーのベアトだ。こいつは駒でしょ、バトル。
Okay.
駒ではあってもご本人と変わりありません。
Beatrice gave an elegant curtsy as she appeared. His humble entrance was so vastly different from her usual high-pitched laugh that it created a sense of tension as they waited for the start of the 6th game to be announced at last. Alright, so we gotta think about it this way, right? You have to understand things from Battler's mindset. Now, we've been with Battler for 5 episodes now, so well, I would like to say that we as the audience should know Battler fairly well, right? So we have to think about things from Battler. Why would Battler made Beato's piece? Why would Battler make Beato's piece act like this, right? Why would Battler, and when we start off the game, we have to start thinking, I've said this before, we have to start thinking like Battler thinks. Why is Battler showing us the things that he's showing us, right? I think this game might be the most important when it comes to figuring out the truth of what's happening, right? Because we've seen it from Battler's perspective, right? So, Beato's being humble. So, is this just Battler's perception of Beato? Is this how Battler wants Beato to act? Or does Battler just not want to ruin Beato's name by having her cackle and go all about, right? Does Battler want to show Berto off as this really kind person who's humble and all that. Right? This could you have to think of it from that Batler's POV. Why is Battler doing all this?
お父様はもうじきお越し
Whoa.
になられます。
Okay, that is very humble. Her voice is very different.
どうかもうしばらくのお時間をお許しください。
Also, wait a minute. Father? Oh, I guess I'm Daddy Battler, huh? I guess I'm the father cause she's my piece. She's calling me father. This is so weird. Why is she so different? Now this feels weird. She should be cackling. She should be going. Why is she acting like this? Ugh, it's almost creepy how she's acting like this. Hey, yo, Battler, why have you almost made her your servant, your furniture? Battler.
お父様、何それ？
It's Daddy Battler. Forget Ender Sorcerer. He got Daddy Battler. He's the freaking Pope.
それが今回の事故？
Not only had Beato started talking in an unusually polite manner, she had also used the word father, probably referring to Battler. Well, yeah. For an instant, everyone was stunned into silence, but they quickly realized that this was part of something bigger, and they grinned. Beato wasn't the type who could keep up this kind of act for long. It would probably fall apart in a few seconds, leaving her laughing and cackling rudely at everyone. Erika was itching for a fight, went for Beato almost at once.
まさか無能のバトラさんが
Incompetent in red?
あなたのゲームの真相に至るなんてね。お父様なればこそ深淵を理解されたのでしょう。さすがだと思います。
Alright. Battler, what's up? Why is she just being a yes woman? Why is she just saying, why is she hyping you up? Right? This can't be how you perceive Beato, Battler. What's up? What's going on, man?
しかし、あんたもラッキーです。バトラがゲームマスターになれなかったら、二度と復活できなかったんですよ。まったく、悪運が強いと言いますか。悪運？まあ、いずれにせよ、前回の借りはきっちり返させてもらいますので。あんたというバトラの妄想幻想、きっちり消し去って忘却の深淵に叩き落としてやりますから。私もみすみすやられるわけには参りません。
Okay, the I Watashi's interesting. Alright.
そのお手柔らかによろしくお願いいたします。
Alright, the Watashi's different because Beato typically uses something else. I think she uses Warawa to refer to herself typically. I think Warawa, she goes like Warawa, something like that. And she has used Watashi once before in a scene where she's acting very vulnerable. I think it was in episode 4. If I remember correctly, at the very end of episode 4 maybe. She used Watashi when talking to Battler. I think it was during the tea party of episode 4. Was it the Unhuman? Might have been Unhuman party of episode 4, where she referred to herself as Watashi before eventually asking Battler, "Who am I?" Right? And that was Battler's final riddle. Now that Battler understands the truth of everything, he's choosing to have Beato use Watashi to refer to herself. Are you saying that that's Beato's true form? Well, the Beato we saw at the end of episode 4 is Beato's true self, the one that uses Watashi instead of Warawa. So the visual novel went out of its way to show off that she's saying Watashi, that she's saying I weirdly in a way that Beato wouldn't normally do. So again, I'm guessing this is all part of what Battler's trying to do. Battler's trying to show off with Beato's character here. Alright. By this point, everyone realized that something weird was going on. There was no doubt that the face, the dress, and the hair were all Beatrice's. However, her expression was different. Even though she had Beato's face, Beato would never show anyone an expression like that.
あんた
There was a heavy silence. Lambda Delta spoke for everyone there. At first, Beato wore a smiling yet confused expression. However, when she realized that the mood had gone suddenly stiff, her expression finally darkened, and she hung her head.
あんた誰です
I mean, that was what this is what she's asking us. This is what she's been asking us since episode 4, right? Who am I? This is the question she asked Battler. Who am I? So I'm glad that I wrote that entire discussion in here, the episode 4 thing, because it's kinda it's it's a weird parallel. Everyone's asking what who Beato is when Beato's acting as her true self maybe, and in episode 4 she's also using Watashi, and she asked Battler who she was. So now you see how that's connected? Interesting.
ベアトリーチェ教とお見受けしていますが違うのですか
Even Lana was forced to ask despite the rudeness of the question. That was how much this woman, who appeared to be Beato, was not.
皆さんの期待されるベアトリーチェとは違うでしょうか
She's not even self-aware. This reminds me also, not just of the Beato of episode 4, this reminds me of the child Beato from episode 3, and the Beato we saw talking with Kinzo in episode 3, right? That's another thing I'm noticing there. The Beato is in episode 3 is another, right? When she was talking with Kinzo, she was kind of acting like this too. And when the whole vase scene in episode 3 with Virgilia, she also had this sort of personality. The cackling personality only came off in her witch's form after thousands of years. Or in the witch realm, not in the actual human realm. In the human realm, she's always shown us to be this really kind girl that's, this might be Beato's true form basically, and everyone's not prepared for it because this is not how she's acting. She's used to be acting in the demon, in the witch world typically. So if this is Beato's piece, then this could be Battler trying to show off how Beato actually is like. So who knows? Maybe this episode we'll see people for who they really are, not just Beato, but maybe some other people. Maybe that's what Battler plans to do. We'll see. So Battler may be incompetent, right? In red, but that doesn't mean he can't solve things either, right? Just because you're incompetent doesn't mean you can't solve things. He solved Beato's game even if he was incompetent. So incompetent does not mean impossible.
あんた何言ってんのまさかとは思いますが記憶喪失とかなんとか言い出すんじゃないでしょうね
That's kind of what Beto 19 years ago had, right? I mean, she didn't know where she came from, who she was. She was asking Kinzo, who am I? So this is episode 3 stuff.
私はまだ生まれたばかりですので記憶は何もありませんですが皆さんの期待されるベアトリーチェになれるよういろいろと勉強を
ベアト部屋にいるように言ったはずだ
Here we go, the king makes his appearance. The game master! Yes, I'm here. Battler's voice came out of nowhere. His tone was very slightly cold. Beato's expression looked like that of a young girl being scolded. Ooh. Here comes the goat. Show me the cape! Show me the cape, goat! Oh! Oh, look at this design! He's got the Game Master cape! My man's looking like he just got #1 ranking in the high school, in the Japanese high school class, you know what I mean, of the year. #1 student. Look at him go! That's the GOAT! Game Master! Solved everything! With a swirl of gold butterflies, Battler appeared, yeah! Oh, with the cape, he's looking glorious, yo. Just, I can just imagine some great fan art of this. His dignified bearing and appearance were fitting for the ruler of this game. However, his expression was gloomy, and his gaze was directed at Beato.
部屋に戻れ。ここはお前のいる場所でない。
私は少しでもお父様のお役に立ちたくて。
Now, could she stop calling me father? That's going too far. At first I was like, okay, maybe I could open up to it, but no, that's weird. I don't want Beato to call me father. What's up with this matter?
部屋へ戻る。
Man, you're scolding her hardcore though. I mean, you really are acting like a father. I guess I can't stop you, bro. He spoke both softly and forcefully. Battler didn't leave her any room for debate. Beato hung her head and curtsied as she prepared to leave the room. Curtsied, I guess.
それから。
はい、お父様。
俺の名はバトル。
Okay.
二度と他の呼び方をするな。
Yeah, okay, good. That father stuff was getting weird, yo. I'm glad you're trying to stop it. My name is Ushiume Batter, okay? Bye. Beato melted into a swarm of butterflies and disappeared. This was the first part of the tale with Battler as the game master. The witches had all expected him to come forward with some flashy, big developments, so they were all fairly confused. Their mouths were still hanging open.
変わった趣向ね。
失礼した。今のは忘れてほしい。
うまいこと言って。それも作戦のうちですか？また北風対応作戦みたいに印象操作して何かを煙に巻こうって魂胆でしょう。何かあったのですか？
気にするな。お前たちには関係のないことだ。
そうなら関係ないってことだわ。さあバトラー、早く新しいゲームを始めてちょうだい。もう待たされすぎちゃって退屈してたんだから。
ああ、第6のゲームを始めよう。エリカ、そしてベルンカステル。これが俺の物語であり、俺がベアとの真相に至ったことの証明だ。ラムダデルタ、それを仙台ゲームマスターとして見届けてくれ。
楽しみにしてるわ。タイトルは
Dawn of the Golden Witch.
ドン、黄金の魔女の夜明けだ。
すぐに沈む冬の太陽だけれどね。
もちろんです、我が主。すぐに引きずり下ろしてご覧に入れます。タイトルだけはグッドです。そこだけは褒めましょう、バトラさん。
Thank you. Totally thought that up myself.
気に入ってもらえてよかった。では始めよう。これより第6のゲームを開始する。
Start it up, 6th game! Battler solemnly announced the start of the game. Compared to his fired up attitude at the end of the last game, where he and Eric had sworn to settle everything next time, he was extremely quiet now. Look back. Okay, we're back with Featherin. Her name is Featherin, not Featherin. I gotta get used to it. Her name is Featherin, not Ewa. Featherin. Alright, Angie.
ベアトの様子があまりにこれまでと違うな。私も驚いてるわ。
Battler's also acting a little bit more calm than usual.
何が何だかさっぱりよ。それ以前になんでベアトが蘇ってるのかさっぱりだわ。さっき読ませてもらったけど、前回の物語の最後でお兄ちゃんが真相にたどり着く直前に死んで消え去ったんじゃなかったの？
So, Angie's reading this right now, and she's reading what's happening just like how we're reading what's happening, you know, in both the meta world and the. So we've got some double meta world going on right now, right? We've got the murder spree of 1986, and that's happened, and there's multiple different interpretations or forgeries of it, at least since Banquet, made by Featherin. And then you got the meta world of that, where, you know, that was Game Master, and most of the Game Master existed for the last episodes, couple of episodes and stuff like that, right? And then we have another meta world where Angie and Featherin, you know, Angie being the reader, reading this story forged by Featherin, and then we have another meta world where I'm reading and then we have another meta world where you're watching me read it. Oh man, the meta is insane, bro. The levels to this is crazy, yo. Alright.
この世界での死は2つある。
When you stop thinking and when you actually physically die, right?
一つは駒としてゲーム版より取り除かれること。
Mm-hmm.
これはゲームにおける死でしかなく、仕切り直せば何度でも蘇る命だ。だから魔女たちはその命を奪うことにあまりに無慈悲なわけよね。
Right, because they can be revived over and over, however you want. Got it. To the Witch players, the lives of those characters who appear on the game board are no different from pieces on a chessboard that take other pieces and get taken. True, it's kind of, if you think about it, when we play chess, right, we don't take a piece, or we don't get a piece taken, and we don't go, no, you're so good to me, I love you, but I have to go. Now we just go, okay, pff, get out of here. We don't actually care about what the pieces feel like, because to us they're just pieces. So similarly, Featherin, to greet Angie with this much respect, right, to actually give her her name and to actually talk to her like this, right, it's kind of like if you took a rook from a chess game and we went like, alright, what's up, rook? Oh, your name's not actually Rook, right? So, you know how Featherin was calling Angie Child of Man, right? So that's kind of like us taking a chess piece and calling it Rook, right? But if you actually call Rook by its actual name, giving it that much attention, that's kind of what it feels like for Featherin to be talking to Angie like this. Alright, you have a specific name. Cara, my bad. Alright, I'll give you this much respect. Come on, do your thing. You know what I mean? And it also brings up the an interesting topic, which is like, I mean, yeah, objects are objects, but I mean, how much respect should we be giving objects in a sense? Obviously the objects are not sentient, or at least we don't think they're sentient, right? But for example, I give a lot more respect to some objects than other objects, if that makes sense, right? Older objects, I'm just like, I don't, or objects that are broken down, whatever, I don't care that much about them, but, let's say my One Piece manga, my physical manga, I take good care of it, right? You know what I mean? I make sure that it's clean, there's no dust, every so often. So different furniture, we treat it differently, and it's it's kind of weird. Now it's making me think. Hey, does my furniture like me? I don't know. I'm sitting on a chair. Does my chair feel like I'm abusing it? Anyway. We're going to meta into this, aren't we? Alright. After all, these pieces will be set up again when the next game starts.
マリアにおける作太郎がその駒の最たるものであっただろう。作太郎がお姉ちゃんの駒？
Yes, that does make sense. On the game board that represents the inside of One-chan's head, Sakutaro certainly does exist, and is a piece which always stays by her side. Though he's nothing more than a stuffed animal in the real world, on One-chan's game board he's a full piece, no different from any other piece. Right, so his existence entirely depends on Maria's belief that he exists. So when Sakutaro died, it's because Maria believed that he had died, and when Angie revived him, quote unquote, she showed Maria something that led Maria to believe that Sakutaro was back again. Which again, I do believe is just Sakutaro's stuffed animal, even if it's not the exact one that was created by by Rosa. Maria believed, she chose to believe. I mean, you might even say she got fooled to believe, perhaps, that it was the Sakutaro that Rosa made, right? And because Angie made it seem like it was, Maria in her head world believed that, alright, the Sakutaro is an actual Sakutaro. And is the Sakutaro that she got as a gift, and that's why he came back as a piece in her world.
でもどうかしら。
And the conclusion Angie arrived at in episode 4 was that she had no right to deny other people's world, to deny Maria's magic and to deny other people's magic, right? Even if she doesn't believe in it, that doesn't mean that she can just go and tell Maria that she doesn't believe in it either, right? So it's weird, but she's able to communicate with Mamon even though she believes that Mamon doesn't exist. But she's okay with believing that in Maria's world she exists, so she's still able to talk to her. It's very weird, but I get it.
魔女のゲームの駒なら簡単に生き返らせることができるんでしょう。でもお姉ちゃんの世界では作太郎は蘇ることができなかった。世界でたった一つのぬいぐるみというよりしろが失われたからだ。だから駒の存在条件が崩れ、マリアのゲーム版では復活することができなかった。
It's kind of like this, Angie, right? When you're playing chess, if a piece goes out, you just put him out of the board, right? But if a piece gets smashed, right? If someone comes in with, I don't know, a hammer or something and smashes a piece, that piece is gone. You can't put him back on the board again. So it's dead forever unless someone gives you a new piece that looks exactly like that piece and you accept that, okay, this is the same piece and it works and has the same function as that piece, then that piece is back on the board. I'm guessing at least that's how it works.
そなたがその存在条件を再び満たしてやったからこそ、作太郎はゲーム版に蘇ることができたのではないか。
Yeah, so as long as Maria actually believed that, alright, that Sakutaro was the unique Sakutaro given to Maria, as a present, then yeah, Maria Sakutaro was able to exist again.
確かに。
And the reason why you were able to see Sakutaro in your travels, Angie, was because you had chosen to believe that Sakutaro exists not in your world but in Maria's world. You had chosen to believe that in Maria's world he exists, so he's allowed to exist, and therefore he's able to show up in your world. And because in your world, Angie, in your mind, you don't have that same law for him to exist. He doesn't need to be a stuffed animal in front of you for him to be able to exist. In your world, Angie, in your mind, he just exists. The only rule for him to exist is for him to exist within Maria's mind, right? It's for Maria to believe that he exists. So that's why you were able to travel with Sakutaro, even if you didn't have the stuffed animal with you, right? Because there's different conditions depending on different people's and different people's minds, right? Again, this is all my interpretation, but it sounds fairly correct. It sounds fairly correct, at least. It sounds like it makes the most sense. Mario Onechan was unable to revive him because she had lost the stuffed animal that was his vessel. If, like my family on Beato's game board, she hadn't needed a vessel for him, she would have been able to revive him as often as she wanted.
そうね。確かに作太郎はお姉ちゃんの駒かもしれないわ。少なくともよりしろが無事である限り何度でも蘇れる存在だわ。そう、よりしろが無事である限り何度でも蘇ることができる。それが駒の命というものだ。それがこの世界での死における一つ目。もう一つは
The second is when you stop thinking, right? It's already been explained before.
ゲーム版の外の存在の死だ。作太郎の話で続けるなら、
okay.
この場合はマリアの死だ。
I mean, okay, fine. I guess that. But what about? I guess stop not thinking being a death is a death within, not within the game board, not outside of the game board, but within the meta world of the game board, right? That's kind of, but that's a meta death. Maybe Featherin doesn't want to talk about that, doesn't want to mention that. I don't know. And
駒じゃなく 本当のお姉ちゃんの死ね。死だけではない。興味や関心の喪失でも同じだ。マリアがぬいぐるみ遊びを卒業すれば、ゲームのプレイヤーとしてのマリアは死ぬ。さながらテレビに飽きてスイッチを切るかのように簡単にあっさりと。なるほど。つまりプレイヤーとしてのベアとは前回までのゲームで勝利を完全に諦めたので死んで消え去ったわけね。ならつまりベアトが再びお兄ちゃんに勝てるつもりになって戻ってきたら生き返るってことだもん。理屈ではそうだ。人も魔女も神さ
There's God in this?
え。興味と関心を失えばいつでも死ねる。
Is that why Burn and Lambda and them, these witches, they always fight? Even you, y'all always fight against boredom, because once you start getting bored, you lose interest and concern and you die. Is that why you always try to find something that doesn't bore you, something to excite you, something to entertain you?
そしてそれを取り戻せばいつでも蘇れる。しかし神の世界には時間の概念がないからいつ蘇るも自在だが、矢のごとく時が過ぎ去る人の世ではそれは容易ではないな。そうね。一日のずる休みならともかく3日もサボると学校に行くのがものすごく億劫になるわ。
I mean, okay. Okay, because then you've missed so much it'd be hard to motivate yourself to catch up to 3 days of lost work in a sense, is what you're trying to get at.
それが1ヶ月、1年、10年。それこそ魔女の世界のように1000年にも及んだら。なるほど。ずる休みもそれだけになればもはや社会における死ね。それだけの長い間死んでいたら社会的な遅れを取り戻せないだけじゃなく、当時のモチベーションだって絶対に蘇らないわ。それはつまり命があっても一度死んだのと同じことだわ。二度と元の自分には戻れない、蘇れない。ベアとは勝てる道理も希望も全て失った。それを知りつつ気づかぬふりをし、あれだけのゲームを戦ってきたのだ。だからもうベアとは戻らない。彼女の希望はついた。気を取り直して再び戦う気力の全てをもう費やしている。だからあのベアトリーチが蘇ることは二度とない。
That Bear teacher will never revive again. So you're telling me we'll never see the cackling bear teacher ever again? Good riddance. No, I'm joking. Y'all. Come on. I know this is not the time. I know it's not the time. I know you're angry with me right now. I get it. Alright, fine. I can't say I like this version much better, but we'll see. Alright. That Beato, who just sat around the whole time with empty eyes in the 5th game, must have been her corpse. She had managed to remain on the game board despite it all, but then even that corpse was wiped away. If Beato had been the game master at that time instead of Lambda Delta, the game board itself would have vanished at that moment and everything would have ended. Come to think of it, Beato started to lose the will to fight back near the end of the 4th game. Yep, this is true. When Beato loses her will to fight, the world of this game disappears. However, the witches wanted to keep playing in this game board world, so Lambda Delta found Beato in place with the curse of that shackle. She used that shackle to make sure that the game board wouldn't disappear, even if Beato did lose the will to fight. In chess, this would be the equivalent of removing the set time limit for each turn, making it endless. However, simply having the game endlessly pause on Beato's turn would cause the witches to die from their illness of boredom. That's why Lambda Delta took the position of Game Master. Starting then, Beato's existence was no longer one of the conditions necessary for the game to exist. That's probably why the shackles binding her to the game board were released. They for real just that what you're telling me is that they for real just stole the game from her. They just straight up, imagine Beato created chess. They came in, were like, nah, you can't leave, it's your turn forever. Then they're like, nah, but now I control the game, I'm the master now. And then, Lambda was like, nah, my chess is mine. And then she dies, they killed her, like, alright, get out of here, you can do whatever you want. And the game keeps going. Lambda created it now and we're good, the game can keep going forever. So that they literally stole the game. When they said that they were gonna steal the game last episode, they really did not lie. They really stole the game. And that explains why she disappeared in the 5th game. Damn.
お兄ちゃんはベアトに真相にたどり着いたことを教えるには
It was too late.
一つゲームが遅かったということね。
It was too late, yep. That's why Battler was all... And I think Battler realized this at the end of last game. And that's why he was like, no, Battler, no, not Battler. No, Beato, no, I was too late. I'm sorry, I was too late. I'm such an idiot. I was so dumb. I was too late. If only I'd been faster, I could have told you about all this. And then it could have been great. But, no, she had to die before then. So then why is Battler calling it Dawn of the Golden Witch all depressed like that? Is Battler planning Dawn of the Golden Witch? Is Beato really coming back then? Well, I mean, that Beato will never be revived again, but we might get another Beato revived.
第5のゲームなどラムダデルタの慈悲だ。バトラの絶対に真相にたどり着きたいという信念に絶対の魔女が慈悲を示しただけのこと。何が慈悲よ。ただの魔女たちの暇つぶしの気まぐれじゃない。話を戻すわ。じゃあ、あのおかしなベアトはプレイヤーのベアトじゃないってことになる。コマのベアトということだね。そうだ。だったら誰もがよく知るベアトになるはず。バトラもそういうベアトを望んだはず。
But she said that Beato can never be revived again.
ぬいぐるみじゃ嫌だったってこと？
When playing with dolls, or maybe she's saying that Beato can never be revived again, as in the actual Beato, not piece. A piece can be revived as many times as you want, right? You can revive piece Beato as much as you want and give her the personality that you want, right? But she's saying that the actual Beato, the non-piece Beato, can never be revived again. When playing with dolls, one can project the personality they most desire onto the doll. However, since you're acting out their part, nothing unexpected can ever happen. You can now hope for any unanticipated happiness. In the human world, there is nothing so boring as predictability. That's why Though a doll can become a person's best friend in the world, people eventually get bored and outgrow them. Oni-chan only wants the real Beato. He couldn't bear having a doll that he could only make act like Beato.
バトラの駒として生み出されたベアとはバトラの望む通りに動くだろう。駒なんだから当然だわ。プレイヤーの指す通りに動く。そしてそれ以外では一切動かない。お兄ちゃんが何を望んでるのかはわかるの？じゃあこのおかしなベアトは何者なの？バトラはベアトを本当の意味で蘇らそうとしているのかもしれない。人の子らの諦めきれぬ夢だ。あんたはさっき赤を使ってそれはないと否定したわ。あのベアトが蘇ることは決してない。しかしもう一度ベアトを生み出すことは不可能ではないということだ。忘れたか？第一のゲームの最後でベルンカステル自らがベアトの正体を語ったはず。
At the end of the first game, yeah, Beato stepped out, right? At the very end of the first game, Beato stepped out. Her real self came out and was like, hey yo, what's up everybody? But didn't we also see Beato's true form in episode 3 as well? I feel like we saw it in episode 3 with the Kenzo and when she was a child with Virgilia. I feel like we saw the real Beato too.
思い出したわ。ルールが具現化した存在みたいなこと言ってた。
Beato exists as the incarnation of the rules.
そのルールと情報が練り上げられ、最終的にあのベアトリーチェという魔女が形作られたのだ。それを再びなぞれば同じベアトリーチェをもう一度生み出し、それをもって復活と呼ぶこともできよう。
Then why wouldn't you call this episode Resurrection of the Golden Witch? Because she's not really being resurrection, would it? It's the dawn. Hey, what about
つまりあのおかしなベアトはさながらベアトの卵あるいはヒナってところね。そう解釈するのが妥当であろう。すなわちこのベアトこそがあのベアトへ至るヒナなのだ。それはつまりこの純情可憐な子がやがてはあのひねくれてイカれた魔女に成長するってことね。
In other words, that Beato is a baby version of the Beato we all know. Right. So even if that Beato specifically can't be revived, you're giving birth to a new one almost. So, just like how no person is born evil, the newborn Beato isn't evil either. Even though she really is a different person, if you measure her by her basis, her soul, then maybe you really could call this a resurrection. Hasn't she been resurrected before by Kenzo? What's going on? You know? This is really alluding back to episode 3, huh? The whole... What about the whole homunculus crap in episode 3? Beato's supposed to be a homunculus? However, this reality can't possibly be easy to accept. Though she may technically be Beato herself, she is also, without a doubt, a different person. And that way she acts would make anyone feel as though something's out of place.
退屈しない。そなたの朗読は楽しい。あんたに朗読が必要なのか疑わしいわ。
Featherwind didn't write episode 1 though, did she? She's talking about the true beta that came out in episode 1. She didn't write that episode though. And she didn't write episode 2 either.
あんたはもうすでに全てを知っているように見える。そなたと対話をしているからその思考に至るだけだ。我が思考は八百万を束ねて超える。
That's a lot of thoughts. Holy crap. Wow.
人の子にはまるでそう見えるだけに過ぎぬ。されどそなたがいなければ思考する力さえないか弱き病人に過ぎぬ。最初からそういえばもっと素直に朗読を引き受けてやったのに。私の機嫌が良くなっただけのこと。浮かれるな。私はお前の命などしおり代わりに挟んだまま膨出する木の葉よりも軽んじているぞ。続きを読んでください。お願いします。って解釈するわ。OK?
Okay.
退屈しない。そなたは巫女として優秀だ。
Shrine Maiden. Featherwind rocked back in her rocking chair and looked up at the ceiling, laughing as though the conversation itself was pleasant for her. Angel was slowly figuring out how to deal with this strange witch. This person was also bored. When a sick person has been in bed for a long time and gets too bored, they sometimes act in a rebellious way. On the other hand, they also get a little bored of being treated kindly all the time. She may want to be respected for her superiority, but it's probably more interesting for her when she's spoken to a little rudely. What a coincidence. That's exactly how I used to be. Oh. Okay. Interesting. Yeah, I didn't think about it like that. Yeah? Yeah? Maybe that's how Eva was during her last 12 years of her life, right? Although, nah, she was only sickly the last couple of years. Or the last year or whatever. She only became sickly toward the end of her life. But yeah, I mean, yeah, obviously. But alright. But can we talk about how moody these soundtracks have been? This entire episode, this entire episode 6, all these soundtracks have been super like, you can listen to them while trying to sleep or something. You listen to these on a bus trip. You just go into a whole different dimension, a whole different realm. It's completely different than the OSTs we've listened to so far. I mean, listen to this. Right? It's so weird. It's I don't know. I feel like I'm delving into a different different realm of reality. All right.
第4のゲームでベアトとお兄ちゃんに何か確執があったことは間違いないの。このベアトを知ることは真相に至る鍵の一つになりうるわ。
That's what I mean. That's what I mean. This entire episode we can learn about Battler's truth, right? Because Battler's the one being the game master. We can learn about Battler in this game. And what did Battler really do 6 years ago? I think this episode is where we find out so many important truths. This might be the most important episode yet. This is what I've been saying!
そうであろう。私も興味を持った。彼女の物語も合わせて読むのだ。はいはい。仰せのままに我が主。
Angie raised her hands like a conductor, and the bookshelves in this bizarre study responded. Once again, several books floated out and began to swirl around Angie. Kinto's study is the room belonging to the master in the human world. So, the study in the world of non-humans belonged to the master of the game board, Battler, and was a place where he could look down upon the humans. Look down upon the humans. Therefore, it was understandable that one might mistake the imposing robe-clad man in the center of the study for Kinzo, if only for a second. That's my goat though. It wasn't Kinzo. It was Battler, the one who had taken up the position of Game Master, and who had become the new territory lord of this world. Listen to this! Hey, I'm telling you, what has this soundtrack been this episode? Why are all the OSTs like this? What the hell? Okay, alright. Is Beto here too? Because he told her to go back to her room. Is this her room? Around Beto was a swirl of glowing fragments, sparkling like the night sky. And on the floor was what appeared to be a red magic circle. To an outsider, it would appear to be nothing more than an incomprehensible geometric shape. But to Battler, who stood at its center, it was the outline for a new tale. A new line grew across the magic circle, following Battler's gaze. Then, at the instant it connected with a complicated symbol, the entire magic circle flashed brightly. Genji, what's up? Not Ronobe. Not Ronobe. Genji instead. Okay. Oh, Battler's done with the 6th game. He's okay. And Genji's the one who is approving of this, not Ronobe. Okay. As Battler wiped his forehead and finally relaxed, Genji, who was standing behind him and watching over his every move, nodded deeply in response.
俺はゲームマスターってのはもっと好き勝手に物語を作っているものとばかり思っていたが、想像以上に骨が折れるな。これは
複数の物語を描き、その表裏を合わせねばなりません。それにしても初めてとは思えない見事なお手並みでした。エリカ様もきっとこのゲームならご満足いただけるでしょう。
Genji knows about Erika. Let's go.
あの探偵殿の好みに合うといいんだがな。しかしベアトを純粋に尊敬するぜ。よくあんなややこしい物語をあっさりと作ってみせたもんだ。
But maybe it wasn't that easy. I mean, yeah, might have taken her a while. 4 episodes of this. 4 times.
あっさりとではありません。
Yeah, that's what I mean. Maybe it wasn't that easy. You're saying it was easy. Maybe it wasn't.
ベアトリーチェ様も深く深く悩み、物語を生み出しては矛盾に悩み、常にロジックエラーと戦われておりました。
ロジックエラー？
物語の表裏が合わぬこと、矛盾することでございます。これが生じるとロジックエラーと呼ばれる致命的な反則手となり、即座にゲーム版は破綻、崩壊いたします。魔女側が犯せる最大最悪のミスです。
ベアトのゲームも何度かそれに抵触しそうになったのか。
ゲームを生み出す際には常にそれと戦われておりました。特にバトラ様が手強くなられてからは相当の苦労をなさっていたようです。
今回の俺のこのゲームはベアトに見せても恥ずかしくない敵かな。
はい、それはもちろんでございます。
Thank you.
ベアト、まだ目を覚まさないのか。ルールの擬人化から体を蘇生してもうだいぶになるはずだ。まだ目覚めないのか。
After remaining silent for a while longer, Genji answered.
3日ほど前にお目覚めになっております。
Why reveal that 3 days later? What's up, bro?
バトラ様が第6のゲームの設計に集中されておりましたので、お知らせを控えておりました。申し訳ございません。
Ah, so Beato wilding out with the others, with the other witches, was her acting out of control and Batter going back there and telling her to go back to her room. That was just Batter not knowing that she had woken up yet. Okay.
そうだったか。あいつめ、だいぶ長いこと寝てたから寝ぼけてやがったに違いない。
Or maybe not. Maybe she did go back to sleep after that scene happened, and she woke up once Batter was finished. I mean, that makes sense too. To be fair.
あいつにぜひ俺のゲームを見てもらいたかったんだ。いや、あいつに俺はゲームを見せなきゃならないんだ。俺が全てを理解したことをあいつに教えなきゃならない。
Batter's face broke into a smile. Bro, my man is in love, down bad. There was no tracing his expression of the hatred he had once felt towards Beato for murdering his family. That's kind of wild.
ある意味、これが第5のゲーム最後の謎だったわ。そうだ。バトラは真相に至ると同時に、ベアトに対する心象が大きく変わった。
Oh. And because I haven't reached that impression yet. Because he's shown a lot of respect for Beato and everything, right? Maybe I will too. Maybe once I reach the truth, I will too. Who knows?
それはつまり、やはりお兄ちゃんとベアトには何かの関係があって、それを彼が防出していたと考えるのが適当なの？
Maybe. Who knows? What happened 6 years ago? Who knows? Again, how did Beato wrong Beato? What did he do? And, you know, what did Beato figure out that made him completely forget about all the horrible things Beato did to him? Maybe they weren't so horrible once he get why she did them all. Who knows? I don't know. Because I still want to find out, because I don't know. That angle! Oh. However, this is a good soundtrack. However, actually, this is one of my friend's favorite OSTs. You know, my friend introduced me to Umineko. He tells me that, you know, whenever he's traveling anywhere, right, he has his wireless headphones on, and he just listens to this OST. He says this is a great mood OST that he just walks around with it, walks around in halls and stuff with this on, and I'm like, okay, cool. I mean, it's a good OST, so fair enough. It makes me feel like I'm theorizing though. Maybe because I did use this to theorize at the end of episode 4. I used this exact OST. It's the OST that I played the most. Suggested by one of you in the comments, so there you go. My friend introduced me to this visual novel. I'm not saying this is his favorite OST, I'm saying this is the OST he plays the most, he says. That gets him in a certain mood the most. However, Beato suspected this in the 4th game and asked Beato about it. And within the story, this was denied by the Red Truth. 6 years ago, no person called Beatrice existed for Battler. Right. Right, that's right. So, no, but there must be some connection. I know it's a bit weird, but there must be some other connection. Because Beato, after all, Beato is a personification of the rules, right? So maybe it's not... Maybe he didn't wrong Beato specifically, but wronged someone that is a symbol for Beato, if that makes sense. Also known as whoever the culprit is. And if I'm right with Shannon, then Beato must have wronged Shannon in some way 6 years ago. And even though Beato didn't exist 6 years ago, Beato now acts as a stand-in for Shannon in this meta world. But we'll see. Because she's a personification of the rules.
6年前にベアトが存在しなかったとも受け取れるし、6年前にはバトラと縁がなかったとも受け取れる。しかしいずれにせよ、バトラはその後6年間、六軒島には訪れない。ベアトリーチェとお兄ちゃんは この1986年10月4日が初対面のはずなのにどうしてすでに確執があるの？さっぱり意味がわからないわ。第4のゲームでベアトがバトラに問いかけた後ろ宮バトラの罪、何かその結果がベアトリーチェという存在なのかもしれない。
Oh, you see the result of Battler's sin is Beato herself, her creation. Okay, wow.
その結果、お兄ちゃんの罪の結果がベアト。
That almost sounds as though Onichan created the witch called Beatrice himself. Maybe.
まるでベアトリーチェとはバトラの駒のようだな。
Since the very beginning. So you're telling me this entire game, all these 6 games we've been playing up until now, is just Battler in his head. Battler's just in his head, frigging creating pieces. He created Beato, this person that he hated because she just kept killing his family over and over. But really, it was him thinking that a person like this existed. That would be some extreme meta twist though. Holy moly.
6年前のバトラの罪、その罪で人が死ぬ。
Right, this was all said in red, right?
殺すのはベアトリーチェ。すべてが6年前のバトラの罪から連綿と続くと考えるなら、ベアトリーチェを生み出したのはバトラ自身。
Right.
まるでバトラの駒のようだと思った。
That's an interesting thought. That's an interesting thought. Okay. I mean,
意味わかんないわ。お兄ちゃんが何かの罪を犯したとしても、少なくとも殺人なんかよりよっぽど軽い何かだわ。
but love goes beyond that, right? What if Battler betrayed someone's love? What if Battler betrayed Shannon's love? I don't know how that would lead someone to murder, but love might know no bounds, okay? Maybe it did affect him that much.
それに対する仕返しがこの大量殺人なのだとしたら、あまりにお兄ちゃんの罪と割りが合わない。
Man, but maybe their love was so strong. Maybe. I don't know.
ベアトは親族たちを皆殺しにした。
She did do that.
お父さんもお母さんもお兄ちゃんもみんなそれに見合う罪がお兄ちゃんにあったなんて信じられるわけがない。
Minna. Alright, well, maybe you think it's out of proportion, but maybe if you look at it from Beato's POV, there might be some justifiable reason in her head. Now, I'm not trying to justify murder. Maybe in her head, she was justified for doing murder. Kind of like how Arlong was justified in his head for doing all the things he did to Nami. You know what I mean?
罪は測る人間によって重さが異なる。バトラにとって防出できる程度の罪でも、ベアトにとっては6年を経たなお一族を皆殺しにするほどの恨みを持つに値するものだったのかもしれない。
Damn! Wow! And I also questioned this in episode 4 too, when Beato said Battler has a sin. I'm like, how do you define sin? What if Battler didn't sin at all? You know, how are you gonna define sin to say it in red that Battler sinned? I questioned this in episode 4, and I want to question this again. You know, can we call a Battler did a sin, really? Remember, that Battler was also 12 years old 6 years ago. 12 years old. Can you really say that whatever sin he did was deserving of having his entire family killed? Well, again, we'll see. Maybe from Beato's POV 6 years ago.
まあ、私もそれはあまりに釣り合わぬと思うし、そして何よりそんな相手だったら、真相を知ったとはいえ、バトラがあれだけ親身になるとは到底思えぬ。
Good point! Despite all of it, right? Despite because Battle knows everything now. He sure knows his sin, right? He knows his sin. He knows what he did, and he knows now who he wronged to have them kill his entire family. But despite all of that, Battler still acts so friendly towards her. You know what I mean? That's crazy to think about. Maybe Battler feels that Beth is totally justifying her sin, but still, she killed your entire family though? You know what I mean? I don't... that's crazy. Upon discovering the truth, you still... That is a good point, Featherin. Wow. Now I really want to know how it looks from Berto's POV. Because Battler is so... And he was apologizing to her too, that I'm sorry I didn't see it sooner and everything. Right? That's... Because yeah, if she's such a... If she was such a petty person, let's say this Beato, whoever she is, if it's not... If I'm wrong and it's not Shannon, let's say it's someone else, Kanon, maybe it's Gora, like you guys like to say, even though Gora didn't exist for Battler 6 years ago, so that kinda... did he? I don't know! Are there any hits to it? Nox is 8! Anyway, fine, we'll leave the Gora teacher theories out of there. Whoever this was, right? I mean... If this person was so petty, let's say Battler, what could Battler have done to someone that would... Okay, let's say Battler, let's say the culprit is Shannon, because I think that is the most likely, right? Let's say Battler friggin... I don't know, threw water at her, you know what I mean? Threw water at her, and... and he didn't apologize. He's 12 years old, by the way. So let's say he did that, right? 6 years later, she massacres his whole family because she feels so angry at Battler that he didn't apologize. Upon discovering the truth, now Battler's all like, "Oh, I'm so friendly. I'm sorry, Battler. I didn't discover the truth earlier. I should have apologized for not throwing water to you." Exactly. You know what I mean? If Beto really was such a person, such a petty person to go through all that, would Battler be so friendly with her? You know what I mean? No. You know, it's gotta... we gotta find out the deeper truth of Beto's character. Why is she being like this? Can't be just something dumb as, "Oh, I didn't apologize to her for throwing water." It can't be something as dumb as, I don't know, "I accidentally, you know, broke her ankle when we were playing," or something dumb like... It can't be something dumb like that. I mean, it's not, to be fair, breaking someone's ankle is pretty rough, but I mean, to lead them to kill your entire family 6 years later is crazy. You know what I mean? It's gotta be something big, but how can it be so big for someone else, yet so small for Battler? How can it be such a small thing for Battler that Battler forgets about it? That is the craziest part, and that is why this is this might be the most interesting mystery for me right now. There's a lot of mysteries in Umineko, but that might be the most interesting one. How can it be such a big thing for someone else and such a small thing for Battler? And we know Battler so well, and I want to say Battler's a very empathetic person. He's a very sympathetic person. He understands others. You know what I mean? I would honestly, he's probably more sympathetic than even I am by far. Actually, I'm not as nice as Battler, I'm sure. But even then, for him to, even though he's 12 years old, for him to, or 18 years old now, for him to still not realize what sort of wrong he did. What could it have been? You know what I mean? And I don't know if it's been hinted at. I can't remember any sort of conversation between Battler and anyone that could have hinted at something happening 6 years ago. Battler and Shannon. What sort of conversation did they have that could have hinted at Battler having wronged her 6 years ago? Did Shannon ever mention during a conversation between them in the first couple episodes about how, "Hey, Battler, remember 6 years ago? Oh, okay, you're gonna ignore me. Oh, okay." Well, has something like that ever happened? If so, I must not have been so attentive to notice that something like that was going on. I don't know. Anyway, let's keep reading. Featherin's observation was extremely interesting. In a past game, Beato said clearly that Onichan's sin 6 years before was the cause of this 2-day tragedy. I still don't know what kind of sin that was. However, he figured it out at the end of the 5th game, and he even apologized to Beto. That's what I mean! That's what it's apologized to Beto! Despite her killing his entire family! Whoa, this is wild! Even though she was the witch who had massacred his entire family in retaliation for his sin of 6 years before, Battler apologized to her. And this sin could have been something like Battler killed her brother or something, or Battler killed her father or something like that, you know what I mean? Because Battler would have clearly remembered killing someone else, you know what I mean? It's gotta be some emotional sin, right? It can't be some physical sin that Battler did. Like, I can't imagine. I've used the example of throwing water at her, or breaking her ankle, breaking Shannon's ankle, or throwing water at Shannon. It couldn't have been something like that, because it can't be a physical sin. It's gotta be an emotional sin, right? If it's so tough that it led someone to go on a massacre, it's gotta be an emotional sin, I think. It's got to do with heart. I think it's got to do with love. Of course, it was the player Battler who apologized, not the peace Battler whose family had been murdered over and over again, right? Because if it was the peace Battler, then the murder wouldn't have happened, right? But it's too late now. But even so, Battler must have remembered something at the end of the last game that made him feel like apologizing.
その6年前の罪、これまでの物語のどこかにそれが隠されていたとでも言うのかしら。
There might be, maybe I need to rewatch some scenes between Battler and Shannon, if it is Shannon, who I do suspect. Maybe there's gonna be some hints there of Shannon might have been hinting at it, and Battler might not have caught the hint. And I didn't catch the hint either, clearly. So maybe.
私はすでにある仮説を立てている。
What's your theory, Featherin?
え？聞かせてよ。まだ話せぬ。
Right, you know everything, you know the truth, so you telling me would basically be a spoiler, huh?
もうしばらく私だけ答えを知っているかのような優越を楽しむことにする。
Right, you know the answer. Okay, alright, fine, Featherin, fine. To be fair, getting the answer from you will be like googling it. I'm sure I could, but I'm not gonna do that. Why would I spoil myself, idiots? Featherin.
続き読まないわよ。それは困る。しばし耐え、もう少し続きを読め。
You're telling me I might be able to find the truth this episode?
私の仮説もまだ想像の域を出ない。
Fair, but it sounds like you're fairly sure that it's correct.
確信を持てたら、その時話すこととしよう。
Okay. This episode might give us the biggest hint to what the theory, to what, the truth is. So, alright.
はいはい、我が主。私だって続きを知りたいわ。
Onichar and Beatrice. Just what kind of connection is there between them? Learning that will probably be the ultimate key to the truth of this world. After all, remembering that was what enabled him to reach the truth. Right, there's also the whole matter with the epitaph. I wonder if the epitaph is surely a link to this as well, right? Maybe Beto created the epitaph to have Battler remember, right? Beto might have created the epitaph to try and help Battler remember the link between them. Some riddle about finding the gold. How is the gold connected to all this is another good question.
Beatrice!
I think I'm gonna end this here though. Alright, this seems like a good enough spot to end it. We've gone to Kurodorian, at least in the matter world, in the inhuman world, so this gotta be Beato's room. But this was also Kurodorian is also Beato's home room in the human world too, in the past, so it's not completely inaccurate. But okay, we're gonna end it off there. I hope you guys enjoyed watching this at least as much as I enjoyed reading it. We've gotten a lot of different conversations this part regarding the meta of this world, how the meta of this world works, and learning about getting a little more context on how the games up until now have worked, and about how Beto up until now has worked. So yeah, interesting part, a very information heavy part. So yeah, there's also Red Truth, this part that I gotta write down. That is true. So I'll end it up there. Like I said, I hope you guys enjoyed watching this at least as much as I enjoyed reading it, and I'll see you guys next time. Alright, y'all. Peace.